Bright Duty. Every student matters.
So today we are going to learn economics, and the chapter is chapter 16. So the title of the chapter itself is economics, so you can tell that today we are going to learn about economy, and we are going to learn what do we have to understand about economy or economics or the economy of our country, India. Okay? So this is going to be an introductory chapter for you, an introduction to economics. And after this, you're going to learn more about different aspects of Indian economy or economics. Alright? So in this lesson or in this chapter, for you to give your full attention and awareness and to be alert is very important. Because then after this, we are going to learn about other terms. We are going to learn more definitions about the wide subject of economics. And if you have not understood or if you have not been alert or paid required attention at this introductory class, then it might be a bit difficult. Alright, so with that, let us begin. Now, in the first topic of this chapter, we are going to look at the meaning of economy. I'm pretty sure you must have heard this term economy being widely used. Everybody uses it. You see it on newspapers, you see it on papers, you see it on TV, you listen to it from people speaking about different stuffs, even within your household, in your school or outside. But what does economy mean? Now, if you look around, you see many people. Every morning people get up, they get dressed and they leave for work. And those works can be of different types, right? And people go for work so that they can make money, and with that money they can have a life. They can take care of themselves. They can pay their bills. They can pay their rent. They can get medical services, checkups. So people go to work to make an earning, make a living, okay? And that work that people do can vary. Some are teachers, some are laborers who work at construction sites or on roads. Some are doctors, some are politicians. So there are different kinds of work that people do. Alright? So these activities, they are concerned mainly with three things. One is production, distribution, and the third is exchange of what? Goods and services. So all the work, all kinds of jobs that people do, that people apply for, that people wake up in the morning, get ready and go to do, those jobs are concerned with providing or producing or distributing or exchanging goods and services. We know what goods are. Food items, clothes, all the things that we buy, we consume, right? We eat, we wear, we use. Those are goods. Now services are, you go to a restaurant, you will be served by the people who work there. They will make sure that you get your food. They will make sure that the money is paid, or they will make sure that you have a good time while you are at the restaurant. When you board a flight, you have air hostesses, all the people who make sure that you travel from one place to another. And the money that you have paid in order to travel, with that money you get the service of the people, right? So those are services. There are goods and services. So all kinds of jobs and activities that people do to make a living, those are concerned with production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services. Okay? For example, if there is a person who is a teacher, now whether that teacher produces goods or services, the teacher provides service. Okay? For that, she or he gets salary, right? So the teacher goes to a school, teaches the kids. So the kids who come are taking the service. Okay, they're getting knowledge, they're getting education. So the teacher is providing service but not providing or producing goods. Okay, then the teacher is not producing the kids or the children, or the teacher is not immediately producing any kind of goods, but rather services. So everybody who goes to work, they are concerned with production, distribution and exchange of either goods or services, or sometimes both. Okay. So the different activities that people engage or are involved with as a means to make their earnings or money, those are farmers, workers, cobblers, shopkeepers, industrialists, teachers, lawyers, doctors, chartered accountants, etc. And the list goes on, right? So all these people who work as farmers, who work as cobblers and other jobs, they are all their work is concerned with the production, distribution and exchange of goods and services. Okay. Now as the people who work in various, all these various departments or various spheres, they work basically to what? To earn money. And with that money, they meet their needs and wants. That money helps them to buy their food, helps them to provide shelter for themselves and their families, build houses, get medical facilities when required, buy clothes, etc., etc. So the money that people earn, that money is important to meet the needs and wants of them. Okay. Now, all these activities where people are involved in different kinds of work, from where they make their living, and with that money they take care of themselves, they satisfy their needs and wants. All these activities that are related to the production, distribution and consumption of wealth, right? It is basically about money, right? You provide goods and services and in return you get money for that. So the activities which are related to production, distribution and consumption of wealth, those activities together are called economic activities. Okay? Because it deals with money, it deals with wealth. Okay? So these different activities, the economic activities, they satisfy people's wants. Okay? People's needs are satisfied as a result of these activities. We go to the market, right? We go to the market, we purchase something. And that something we purchase from a shopkeeper or the salesperson helps us. So the service the salesperson provides us for us to buy that, the salesperson also gets salary for providing the service. We are also paying the money to get that particular product. So all these activities where consumption, distribution, production of wealth is involved, these are all economic activities, and through this economic activity we satisfy our needs and wants. Okay. So after economic activities, then we wonder, what is economy then? So economy is a sum total of all economic activities of a country. So all these activities that occur in a country, that is called economy. Okay. Now what is the function of this economy? What are the functions? Why do we need economy? Or why do we need economic activities? Okay. So the basic functions of the economy is production, consumption and investment. Now let us look at each of them. So what do we mean by production? So production is creation or addition of value in goods and services. So basically production of goods and services is what is production. Okay. So that is a function of economy. Now the produced goods and services are consumed by the people. People like me, people like you, people like everybody. And with the consumption, when we take the goods, when we take or make use of the services, that way we satisfy our wants, we satisfy our needs. So that is production. Now second function is consumption. Consumption is where we use the goods and services for the satisfaction of our wants and our needs, right? So in production, say for example, clothes are produced and then they are sold in the market, right? They are sold at the malls, shops, etc. So when we go to the market, we see these beautiful pieces of clothing and we want to buy it, and we buy it and we consume it. And with that we satisfy our wants and needs. We may not have enough clothes because of which we buy, or we can afford to buy more and more because we like it, right? Even if we don't need it. And that way we satisfy our needs and wants. So consumption is our use of goods and services, okay? The third function is investment. Now investment is that part of the production which is not related to consumption, but it is used to produce further goods and services. Okay, so with investment, more goods and services are produced so that people can consume and satisfy their needs. So these are the three basic functions of economy. Now, investment, what it does is it increases the capacity of an economy to produce more goods and services in future. So we have production. In an economy, there is production. Goods and services are produced, right? Because of which we keep on consuming, we keep on using. But if there is no investment, then the future production of goods and services will not take place. So with investment, what happens is in an economy that future production of goods and services continues, because with that we can go on and on and on. Alright? Now economy, the term economy has been defined by many people in their own ways. Okay? So we already know what economy is, the sum total of economic activities, all economic activities in a country. But many people have also given their own definitions. So let us look at some of them now. There's this person whose name is A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown puts forth his definition. So according to him, economy is a system by which people get a living and satisfy their wants. Okay. Now other people have also put forth or shared their definition. So according to another definition, economy is a system of production, distribution and exchange of goods and services to satisfy human wants and living of the people. And there is one more. Okay. So according to this definition, it says economy is a system or organization in which and by which people get a living to satisfy their wants through the processes of production and exchange. So what we see common from these definitions are that economy is concerned with production, distribution, exchange of goods and services. And these are consumed by the people to satisfy their wants. So that system is called economy. Alright. So here is a very basic picture of what economy is. So if you think this vase is an economy, okay, and then all that flower-like things coming out of it are parts of that economy which goes on to form the economy. So if you remember, we said economy is a sum total of all economic activities. So say for example, farms, factories, shops, mines, railways and roads, banks, schools, hospitals, ships, workshops, all these are economic activities. People go to work there. people provide services in some of these areas. Now, all of that activities together, if you put inside the vase, then that forms an economy. That's a very simple explanation. Okay. So we have already discussed the functions of an economy, but anyway, let us look at it again. So the main functions of an economy is to produce goods and services. Okay, remember, to produce goods and services so that humans can satisfy their wants. And another function is to provide employment or job opportunities, earning opportunities to the people. So one is to produce goods and services and the other is to provide employment. Alright.